and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Two Halves and a
45.
with your co-hosts, once again, as always, Mr. L and Mr.
Controversial, but I ain't no mister.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, from everybody all across the world. Good morning, and whatever time of the day it is. Before we get started with the show, we want to ask everyone to please like and subscribe to our show. Add in the comments below and tell us what you'd like to see on our show, okay? We'd like to get the likes up, we'd like to get the viewership up, and we'd like you to subscribe to our show. It's free, just like how we take you on the journey all across the world. So now, grab your bags. I hope you pack your suitcase. The shuttle is coming for you at your home to bring you to the airport. I hope you're ready. You should look outside. The shuttle is there. It'll take you not more than a minute. We are going on our journey across the world, and we are giving you guys free tickets to come with us. So today, we're going to start in the great United States at the Gold Cup. Mexico versus Panama, with both the United States and Jamaica got brushed aside in the semifinals. What is your thoughts, Mr. Controversial?
Well, the Gold Cup has really showed us that England's region, Jamaica's Reggae Boys, because these players did definitely want to play for Jamaica first. It's showing us here that we might have a team. Sorry. I know I'm Jamaican, but I'm a pundit today, and I do have to say that the Reggae Boys is definitely giving us a lot of things to get excited about, especially with Leon Bailey, and the whole cast there. They're really putting in some really good teamwork, some really good showings here. So look out, World Cup, because Jamaica is on the mark. I mean, yeah, they didn't, make it to the final here, but the semifinal showing is really showing that, they're on the right mark, and they're really going on the right path here. U.S. not making it to finals. I mean, they were using their B team, I believe. So, I mean, still, even if you are using your B team, you're supposed to be the big guns in the West here. So I can't give them any pass. They should be in the final right now. The fact that they're not in the final only goes to show that I feel like they are regressing. They're not on the right path. So, but congratulations to Mexico and Panama. I feel like Panama is the dark horse here. But let's see. I think Mexico's got it. What do you think?
Well, after Mr. Controversial went on his tangent about
Right.
and the United States, the two great losers of the semifinals, I will go ahead and focus everybody on the winners, the people that made it to the finals, Panama and Mexico. In this encounter, the dark horse, Mexico has been on a losing streak, or they have not been as good as they previously once were in the past. And Panama has similar qualities too, but they're upcoming. So this should be a great Gold Cup finals. My prediction is 1-0 to Mexico for taking the finals. I think they're the stronger team in this encounter of both. But who knows? This is football. The ball is round. So congratulations to whoever win the final. But that's my prediction right there. And for topic number 2 that we're going to be talking about, we are going to be focusing on the FIFA Women's World Cup. Just coming up in about shy of about 4 or 5 days. I think the United States start their journey on Friday in New Zealand. FIFA has, well, from reports that I've read, that FIFA, because of low attendance, FIFA is giving away 20,000 tickets, I believe, allegedly. What are your thoughts on that, Mr. Controversial?
I mean, well, you have to start somewhere. I also, you have to start somewhere. Women's sports is, coming up. I mean, it's getting a lot more viewership lately. They definitely do deserve it. I mean, I've seen some great, like awesome, like plays. They have some, great coaches as well. Some awesome players. It's really coming up, and people should really be, tuning in, because ladies sports. Come on now, it's sports. We should all be watching it, right? But I do definitely want to give a big shout out to the U.S. Women's National Team. Also, a big shout out to Trinity Rodman.
Like that.
Yeah, my girl, that, but she don't know it yet. But yeah. Big shout out to women in the game everywhere, showing us really what true professionalism
Great
is.
way to let her know.
Yep. Huh?
It's a great way to let her know she's already been taken. Fantastic.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good in the hood.
My thoughts on the Women's World Cup. The women, especially the women of the American national team, are winners. The males, the women are winners, and I'll just leave it at that. The Women's World Cup is as good as any World Cup there is. It's competition.
Exciting. Come on now.
You should support the women. We all support the women on our show. We support sports on our show, all sports, all walk of life, and we will be coming and distributing all of that content to all of you guys in due time, in upcoming time. So just look out for that. But on the FIFA World Cup for women, I would say this should be a great FIFA World Cup, as it has always been. Hey, who knows? United States are the favorite. The Lioness from England are the favorite. But does anybody remember the last time that Japan won? I believe it was World Cup 99 or World Cup 2003. Or maybe it could be 2007 that they had dethroned the United States. So, things can happen. It's a very exciting World Cup. The girls are very competitive. If you guys had watched the Euros that happened the other day, for the women, it was a fantastic Euros. And also the women of Asia, and they all put on a spectacular show. So I want to say, for everybody around the world, tune into the Women's World Cup. This Friday, the United States, especially for the United States, they start their journey. The ladies start their journey. Let's go on the journey with them, and let's have a spectacular show and a spectacular viewing, and cheer on all our ladies. And that's my thought on the FIFA World Cup. But, ladies and gentlemen, you know why you're all here. We know why we're here. I told you already, we made a corner.
All right.
And this corner, you can bring your gal. You can bring your guys. You can bring your drinks. You can bring your you-know-what blood, because this is your corner. This is our corner. This is the controversial corner. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the controversial corner. And we got 3 exciting, heart-breaking, blistering topics for you today. And today's topics, we're going to start out by saying, did anybody take a look at that Dele Alli interview? If you haven't, people, I would urge you to go take a look at that interview that he did with Gary Neville. Yeah. Shocking, heartbreaking, and compelling, and helpful at the same time. Go ahead, check that interview out. Mr. Controversial, what are your thoughts on Dele Alli's interview with Gary Neville?
Well, it has to be said here, mental health isn't really looked on when it comes to sports. Honestly, mental health recently has been, getting, big in the news lately. And when everybody's, now starting to really tune in and, figure out, what's going on with our athletes and just, people on a general here. It's something that is big. It should definitely be at the forefront here, because you got to understand, man, week in, week out, the type of pressures that these players are under, it's immense.
Right.
Immense, you expect them to perform at their highest level every single day,
week in, week out.
week in, week out. You expect them to be machines, and it doesn't work like that. Like, who goes into work every day at 100%? Nobody
and Ronaldo.
does that. Who does that? Nobody does
Messi
that.
and Ronaldo.
Oh my word. This man right here. Messi and Ronaldo. But that's what
Mbappe and Haaland.
That's like a handful of players out of
Diego Maradona and Pele.
many. But even Diego Maradona had his demons as well. You do have to admit. You know,
Pele.
Thing there.
Romario and Ronaldo.
I'm just saying, look, there's a lot of pressure that goes into sports. And when it really comes down to what it really boils down to is you do have to give them the benefit of the doubt and saying, you know, you got to give them that time to recover and to get back in it. Yes, we do want them to be pretty much like machines and robots and to do it every single day, every time, this way, that way, never stop. But, you know, there's pressures in it. It takes a real strong man to come out and actually, you know, admit that and stuff. But for Dele, I wish him the best, and I hope he comes back to his former glories. And you know, let's see where he goes from here. But what do you think about that?
The expectations of mental health is a serious matter that needs to be addressed in our society, because we all have mental health problems and issues. We all that have to go to work, like in general, and with families, work, and just in society in general, we all have mental health pressures. I remember watching quite a piece from a show called Young Rock. You should check that out too, people. It's Dwayne The Rock Johnson show. And he was talking about when he was in Miami. I remember this one episode he was talking about in Miami that he was depressed, but they didn't have a word or a name for it. Now they call it PTSD. And he was experiencing that while he was in Miami, doing is on his football scholarship. If everybody remember, he didn't get drafted by the NFL. He went to Canada to play football, and he turned it out to be successful later. I mean, he has a company called $7 because that was $7 in his pocket. So if you would go back all the way to that time, you could see that athletes had depression. And I'm sure it's been going on for the dawn of time before we actually figured out a name to call it. So strong support for all the people that are going through mental health, and just ask for the support of all the people of the community and the people of the society and the people of this earth to support each other in mental health and mental health awareness. And Dele Alli, I wish you all the best. I wish everybody the best in mental health, and know that you're not alone. For the second topic of the controversial corner, we're going to be talking about Paris Saint-Germain and Kylian Mbappe. This saga seems to have no ending in sight.
Right.
And I don't know. Now I sound like one of them preachers. Kylian Mbappe. Oh my God. This guy has the world at his feet, but he seems to always can keep his mouth out of the tabloids. Now, with a free society, you are free and welcome to say anything that you want to say, but you are not free to hinder someone by your speech and our thoughts and our actions. Now, that might be in the United States Constitution and not the world's constitution, who knows? But that's the way our general society works, I believe. And so with Mr. Mbappe and PSG saga, he's going to be a Real Madrid player. He wanted to be a Real Madrid player. He seems to be a Real Madrid player in terms of from tabloids and reports, allegedly, that he agreed a deal and all that sort with Real Madrid. If he wants to be a Real Madrid player, by all means. I did read a flash news. I call it a flash news because I only read the topics, and I just glanced over it because it was more really of a flash news. Can't be so sure where the report stated that Liverpool has lodged a $200 million bid for Kylian Mbappe. My question is, where are they going to get that if they're afraid to let Jordan Henderson go for free? Explain that to me, everybody. And that is a next topic that's coming up shortly. But what are your thoughts, Mr. Controversial, and Mr. Mbappe's move, or not his move quite as yet because nothing has been announced, but his
potential move?
Yes, potential move and interview that he gave to the tabloids. Right.
So I do have to say that Mbappe is definitely 100%. He is, man, he's a big superstar. You do have to admit, but also too, man, it's kind of crazy what's going on right now because he seems to be all over the headlines here. I think he will be a Real Madrid player. I don't think he's going to be a Real Madrid player this year because at the current moment, I don't think Real Madrid do have the finances, excuse me, in order to go ahead and pull him this year, just being because they do have the renovation of their stadium, of the,
that's been going on for a while, though.
I mean, hey, but I mean, that's where the money is going.
I think the last time they had like a $400 million surplus or something. But hey, who knows? I'm not in their finances. Right. But carry on.
So then they also just spent $105 million on Bellingham.
Dude, Bellingham.
I don't get me wrong. Real Madrid has always been the team to splash the cash, yes. But this year, I think they're doing a waiting game. I think they're going to wait for Mbappe to be free. I think Mbappe is doing the right thing by saying that he's going to stay because in the grand scheme of things,
all cards are in his hands.
The ball's in his court. He is way ahead of the game. He is really, really like, yo, the man, he's playing FIFA and he's playing it the right way, dude, because a free transfer changes everything. Him going to Real Madrid on a free transfer, that's going to make it so that the team can really be built around him. He's playing his cards right. And
but then again, going to Real Madrid where he's going to play. Again, that's not for me or us to figure out. Real Madrid has that problem themselves. All we're here to do is present the facts to everybody of what is going on in the sporting world. And as you all know, in the sporting world,
where's Liverpool getting that 200 million from? That's kind of crazy. 200 million?
Maybe from the Boston Red Sox. Who knows, fam? Who knows? But it ain't coming from the. Hey, again, I don't know because I'm not in their situation. Not yet, anyways, but we're coming.
All right.
I'm going to bring on a touchy subject for everybody. And this is the subject about the Liverpool's captain, Jordan Henderson, obtaining a wage or what is announced to be a $700,000 a week paycheck. Now, in my thoughts, and I had to take a little pause there,
right,
to come up with the proper description. When people are talking about how much money a athlete makes, right? And are all up in arms about how much money they make. No one, and I say no one, or most people, I shouldn't say no one, but most people are not up in arms about all the billions the financiers make from the stock market or whatever company they're affiliated with. So for everybody that's so touchy about what money athletes make, there is two choices for you. Choice A, you can go and obtain a position like the athletes, or choice B, you can go and obtain a position like the athletes, blood. You choose which choice. But it should not be a touchy subject about what the athletes get paid, because again, no one talks about the billions hedge fund managers and financiers get from the stock market all over, stock market manipulations, insider trading, and fear games anyways. I mean, loading up the stock market. And we could go on and on and on, but this is not a stock market show. When it becomes a sport, you will be hearing it on this show first, everybody, because we said it first. And if anybody else try, copyright infringement, love. Copyright infringement.
That's it right
So
there.
what are your thoughts on Henderson's $700,000 a week contract over to Saudi Arabia?
If he's getting 700, I really am in the wrong career path. But hey, at the end of the day, no, look, does Jordan Henderson deserve it? Who's to make that call? The only person that's supposed to be able to make that call is the team that's wanting to sign that player, and that's all it is. At the end of the day, if a team wants to pay a player $700,000 a week, $700,000 a day, an hour, which FFP. Whew. But all I'm saying is,
FFP rules don't work in Saudi.
well, you're right about that. So as to that, hey, look, whatever a team wants to pay a player, a team is gonna pay a player, and that's just has to be it. But at the same time, it is what it is, man. I don't really have no qualms about that. Who's really out here trying to figure out how much this player should be paid? Dude, worry about your own paycheck. Come on now, worry about your own paycheck.
Yes. Yeah, that is right. And so with that, everybody, I told you there's going to be some heartbreaking stories, some controversial topics, because we know, this is the corner. This is your show. This is our show. Thank you once again for joining us on the controversial corner, everybody. And please return next week for more on the controversial corner. It's going to be even mind-blowing next week. Can't wait. You shouldn't wait. You should be excited. We are excited. This is your show. This is our show. This is our corner, the controversial corner, everybody. Thank you once again, everybody, for joining us for the controversial corner. And for the last topic for the day, normally I ring off some transfers, everybody, but we save the best for last.
All right.
And this is episode 8, everybody. And we are promoting on our show today. We are going all the way to Australia. It's close to New Zealand. So you can just hop off the plane, hop on the next plane, and you're in the Women's World Cup blood. Support the chicks. Keep this show going. Support us. Like, subscribe, and leave all comments in the content below, everybody. With that said, we are going to talk about mini Manchester City FC, all the way from Australia, and it's called Melbourne FC. Everybody, I want you guys to check out the Australian A-League, everybody. That is our show for today, everybody. And while I'm saying that, West Melbourne FC is number 1, just like Manchester City. Yeah. That's why I called it Mini Man City, because I believe Manchester City is owned, Melbourne FC in Australia is owned by Manchester City. I believe their club gear and colors are all the same, just like Girona, I believe. These people in Manchester City are buying up their club team. I don't know what's going on. They're in competitions with the Qatari people. You know, Qatar owns Newcastle. They own PSG. You know, Man City owns Man City. I mean, the Saudis own Man City. They own Girona in Spain. They own Melbourne FC. And we can go on and on and on. So the mini Man City is number 1. Is there any chance, Mr. Controversial, of them being ruined today?
All right, so
go ahead with your thoughts, Mr. Controversial.
That, man, look, all I gotta say is this: Melbourne's gonna win again. Everybody know, you know, I know, we know, who know, they know. We all know. They're gonna win
Who
again,
knows
man.
a card game, everybody? You should check it out. And if you decide, if you know how to play, leave the comments in below because I would like to learn how to play Uno. And we can play Uno together, everybody, just like how you're here on this show. Go ahead, Mr. Controversial, with your thoughts.
They're gonna win, man. Come on, like who is stopping them? Ain't nobody stopping them. Like, come on.
Well,
But, you know, it's pretty much a farmers league there. So stay tuned for another triumph from Melbourne City. And that's about it. Not much more than that.
all right, everybody. You heard the champion's thoughts. He's the number one contender. I'm the number one contender. He's the champion. I ask the questions. He answers it. That's the thoughts from Mr. Controversial. That's from us all today with love, with your support, from our love to you. Like, subscribe, leave the comments in below. Thank you for coming on our show once again. This show is the 2 halves and a
45. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you once again for all your love and your support. And good night and good morning and good afternoon to the world from 2 halves and a 45. I'm your co-host, Mr. L, with Mr. Controversial, and we bid you guys a fair abdo. If you don't know what that means, everybody, it means good night to you people, or whatever other day it is. Peace. Episode 9 coming up. Great episode. Much topics to talk about. Even more controversial than the last. We're getting down, dirty, and raw, everybody.
All right.
Might not be that raw, but you kind of get it.
Protection, allegedly.
See you, everybody. Next time, look out for the episode. And our ring card girl, KKK. Well, excuse me. It's just KK, not the AAA. You know what I mean, everybody? It's just 2 Ks, not 3. So we ain't even gonna go there. But look out for her. Her shorts are coming up. I see you love them. I see you like, you subscribe. Also, check out our Instagram. It's gonna be in the description below. And you can see all the bloopers of KK on the Instagram. That's the last thought from us. Peace. Good night.